What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. We're getting ready to go ahead and get this finals under the way, and I want to talk about something that nobody has really even brought up, at least to my knowledge. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it up. All right, now we've all heard the talk. All I've been hearing about is Steph Curry and where does he rank all time, or where is he going to rank all time when this finals is over with, and uh, you know, about the Warriors and if they win, and where is that going to put them as a ball club, and we've been hearing about the Celtics and the individual play and what type of the individual play of Jayson Tatum and what he could become within the Celtics organization, and I'm a Udoka and how great of a coach he is, which I'm not taking anything away from him at all. And also another, you know, talking point that continues to get brought up is the fact that these two defenses are the top ranked defenses that have been playing the entire season. When we talk about in terms of defensive efficiency, we're not talking about the obvious. Okay, we're not talking about the obvious. What's up with it, Jay Steve? Haven't seen you in a minute, man. Hope you're doing all right. We're not talking about the obvious, and the obvious is that both of these sets of duels, when we talk about Steph and Klay, and when we talk about Jaylen and Jayson, they have not only experienced adversity, but have overcome adversity at its best, and they've been good at it. They've been really good at it. Because I'll just go ahead and without the the obvious proof and without putting the main facts on the table, let's just talk about from just analyzing it from a personality standpoint, right? Both of these guys right here, man, they don't do no complaining. You don't hear, Steph complaining about, oh yeah, well, I got this wrong with me, I got that wrong with me, my ankles is hurting and all this other stuff, I'm gonna take days off. No, he gets hurt and he bounces right back. And he's been struggling with injuries since he came into the league. I don't know if y'all remember, uh, there were a lot of people that counted Steph out because they weren't quite sure that he was gonna make it, if he was gonna make it as a basketball player because of his ankle. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building. Okay, there were a lot of people. See, and look, some of y'all aren't really true Warriors fans to really know that Steph Curry didn't just come into the league tearing the league up like that. It took him a while to get going. That wasn't to say that he wasn't, didn't have potential. But the thing that held him back and the thing that took him a while to get going was injuries. And it was just mainly to the ankle. And people were like, well, they weren't quite sure that he was going to be able to make it because he was frail, and it wasn't that strong. And you got to remember LeBron was at the top of his game at that time, so people were looking at that, looking at his stature and stuff like that. They weren't quite sure that he wasn't gonna make it. What's up with it, Wills? I see you in the building, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. But what's good with it, man? Make sure you go ahead and raise your hand with Wills, man. Go sub to his channel. All right. Now, then you got Klay, right? You got Klay. You know the obvious. More than 2 years, 941 days, bouncing back. Klay has always been a competitor. Klay, even though they overlooked this dude, talking about, oh yeah, well, he's not as good as Steph. He doesn't do this like Steph. He doesn't handle the rock like Steph. Hey, but guess what? He takes the necessary defensive assignments, right? He's been clutch at times when Steph hasn't been able to be clutch. And then on top of that, more importantly, Klay. One could argue that Klay has a lot in his bag in terms of being able to do more on the half court side, or when we're talking about just being in the half court and being able to go and shoot the mid range and do a whole array of things. And then on top of that, him being able to guard multiple positions. Very important. But let's talk about the resilient factor, right? Klay has been able to bounce back from injuries without complaining. Without complaining. People constantly counting this guy out, saying that he should go to the bench, saying that, maybe he should consider retirement. Maybe he should do this and everything. And guess what? They back in the mist. A lot of people didn't even know, like I said with Steph, some people didn't know if Klay was going to come back. Right? What's up with it, Memphis? What's up with it, Steven? I'll see you in the building. They didn't know if he was going to come back. But guess what? He's back in that thing, right? And maybe there's a little bit bias of coming from my end because guess what? Klay is my favorite player on the Warriors, but that's neither here nor there. The motherfucker has been resilient. What's up with it, T Price? I'll see you in the building. Make sure you go sub to T Price channel. Now, let's talk about Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I've always liked Jayson Tatum. All right, might be a little bit of a biasness there too, but he's going to get the smoke from me at all times. He got the smoke from me. Go look at my videos. If you happen to look at my videos, if you want to look at my videos, if you feel necessary to look at my videos, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to. But I've said it before. Just like the other brothers in the LDBC have cooked Jayson Tatum time and time again about his inefficient shooting, his shot selection, and his shot jacking. But the one thing that I never questioned Jayson Tatum was about was his heart, was his ability to bounce back. The reason is because last year, you got to remember, right? He didn't play with anybody hardly. He was playing in the playoffs by himself. Marcus Smart was injured. Jaylen Brown was injured, having to hoist the team on his back. Then on top of that, he's taken numerous criticisms because you saw it early. You saw the potential in him early, making the Eastern Conference Finals as a baby, being able to hoist that motherfucker up over LeBron, right? But y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about the fact that, all y'all do is call him a wannabe Kobe and all this other stuff. Look, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Kobe wanted to be like Jordan. Now, he ain't Kobe, but his work ethic is up there with him. And his mentality, like he wants to get better every year and trying to be better every season, it's there. But he's faced resilient because guess what? They were questioning him. Can the Celtics get back to where they were? Can they overcome this pressure of just constantly being bounced out of the playoffs or never making it or folding under pressure? He exceeded expectations. And more importantly, he was getting it done on the road. Right? Let's talk about Jaylen Brown, right? Whether you question whether or not he's a superstar or not, right? In a lot of people's eyes, Jaylen Brown is a superstar. In a lot of people's eyes, he's not. But the slight reason why I do not have Jaylen Brown as a superstar, it's just for one reason and one reason only. His durability. The man gets hurt a lot. And see, the best ability is not only availability, but it's also reliability. I've said that time and time again if you listen to my channel. Because you need somebody that's available and you need somebody that you can rely on. And then on top of that, Jason Tatum has been criticized. He's a superstar, okay? Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not. What's up with it, Kev Cook? I see you in the building. Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not, he is a superstar. He's just inconsistent. Okay? That's going to come. He's going to get better with it. He can be very inefficient at times. Kobe was inefficient at times. Jordan was inefficient at times. Jordan played horrible. Well, not horrible, but there were some games where he didn't play that good in the 96 finals. Okay, I think people forget that. Look, everybody gets the bulk of the criticism, and nobody is exempt from the smoke. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is that both of these duos have been able to overcome, unlike some of these other duos. It's funny because I heard Jimmy Butler come out and say today, or come out right after the game and say that, oh yeah, well, we'll be back and all this other stuff. Look, you should have been thinking about that during the game, Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Fucket. You understand what I mean? You should have been saying that during the game. But it's too late. All that shoulda, coulda, woulda shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's look. I'm gonna put it to you like this: these two guys, they didn't do these two duos right here. They didn't do no complaining at all, no complaining at all, and they're back in the midst with a new coach. They bought in Ima Udoka. They bought into his system. Okay, they struggled with it in the beginning. They bought in, and more importantly, Ima Udoka has them both playing. Jason Tatum, he realized that look, in order for me to be an even better player, I got to play both ends of the floor. What's up with it, True? I see you in the building, Queen. I got to play both ends of the floor, bar none, and it makes the Celtics even better. And the thing about it too, when Jason Tatum he can't buy a bucket, which that tends to happen with him and everything, he's starting to figure out that I got to do other things, much like what uh what you call was doing, Jaylen Brown, and that's why I always for a while I had Jaylen Brown better in terms of what you could depend on than Jason Tatum. It wasn't that he was more skilled or nothing like that, but it was like Jaylen Brown. If he didn't get hurt all the time, I could depend on this dude for defense, and I could depend on him for offense too as well. What's up with it, Trudy King? So both of these guys have been resilient, in my opinion, and that's why they made it back. Listen, nobody thought that Klay Thompson was going to be back and playing like the way that he is. Look, he's still not 100%. It's still not the Klay, and it's going to take him some time. Look at DeMarcus Cousins. He had an Achilles injury. Look at Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant, he still has his struggles and stuff. But everybody act like you said Steph will be a liability when it comes to defense in the Celtics' favor. Uh yeah, I don't think he's going to be a liability like you thinking, Kev Cook, because he stepped it up on defense. But they have other guys that can play defense. You got to remember that. Of course, the obvious they got Draymond Green. Of course, the obvious they got Andrew Wiggins, which nobody's paying attention to. And then on top of that, you got to remember that Andrew Wiggins can not only play defense, he can also get you rebounds too as well. Okay, he was having double digit rebounds in a couple of those games last series or whatever, and was a difference maker in the X factor too as well. And Jordan Poole can play defense, and you got Klay. Man, he's not moving the same or whatever, but he's still gonna play hard as he can. Then you got other guy Otto Porter. You got even Kevin Looney. He's gonna be able to play defense as well. And nobody's looking at Kevin Looney, and he should be. What's up with it, Jose Rodriguez? I see you in the building. So I don't think he's a liability like that. Like they're just gonna run right over him or anything like that. If anything, I think Steph Curry is going to be motivated by this. Both of these teams got chips on their shoulders, Kev Cook. You got to think about it. Steph Curry wants to prove to people that he could get that Finals MVP and that he could put the icing on the cake for his legacy. The Warriors want to prove that they can be one of the best dynasties to do it, one of the best dynasties to do it with that fourth championship in 8 years. So, and then also when on Boston's end, people want to get that monkey off of their back. Jayson Tatum want to get that monkey off his back. Jaylen Brown want to get the monkey off his back. Marcus Smart want to get that money off of the back. They want to get that monkey off their back. Both of them, and they got chips on their shoulders. So it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be tough. But hey, that's what you want. You want it to be a tough series. Do you want to see a 4 game sweep? I mean, do you want to see a 4 game sweep, Kev? Absolutely not. I want to see an action-packed series, and we're talking about two of the best defensive teams. You got to remember, even though the Warriors they were kind of struggling at earlier the season. Shout out to Hitman X. He had brought up something, and he had to put me on something. He told me that the Warriors were still leading in defensive efficiency at one point in the season. Yeah, at least 6 to 7. That's what we want to see, and that's what you're gonna see. So I'm gonna open up the chat. I'm gonna put the link in here if you want to come in, chop it up with your boy. If not, I understand. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. We can make this a preview video too if you want to. What's up, BMK? I see you in the building. But I really believe that these two duels right here, you're looking at two duels right here that have been two of the most resilient duels ever. From the way that they've been able to bounce back in such a short period of time. We're not talking about them being back in the mist after about what 10 years or nothing of that. Nah, they've done it in the span of a couple of years. Klay worked his ass off after being hurt from two major injuries on the lower extremity. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. But yeah, and see, this is another thing too. I like the way they've been doubting both of these guys, man. I like it. I like the fact that they've been able to come back. I like the fact that they've been able to shut all the criticism up. Look, I'm gonna tell you now, man. I'm gonna tell you something now, man. All right, and I'm talking to you. All right. if you gonna come up in this motherfucker, man, please don't come with that bullshit. Okay? Come with something, man. Don't be up in there. Shh. Oh man, I gotta get me some drink. I gotta get me some pussy and all this other stuff. No, I need you to come with that flame. Look, we know that the motherfucking San Antonio ain't up in that bitch. All right? And they about to catch y'all motherfuckers because they about to have 4 titles. Now we know San Antonio got 5 because they got 1 in 14, but they about to compare the motherfuckers to one of the dynasties. Memphis. So don't come with that bullshit, all right? I don't want to hear about San Antonio. I don't want to hear about none of it. Look, we talking Boston and we talking Golden State.
Hey,
Okay?
Hey, no, look, Polo. Real talk.
Oh
Look,
Lord,
man.
here we go.
I
What's
gotta
up?
push it a little bit more. Now,
What?
I think Boston the championship team. I think watch
Man,
Marcus
please, you weren't
Smart.
even choosing. Man, don't even try that shit, Memphis. You weren't even choosing them. Man, nigga, your ass was down them the whole entire time, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit.
No, I'm not choosing Boston. I'm just saying like the match to watch is Marcus Smart up against Steph and the
Uh-huh.
Stevie Polo. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
We couldn't coach did the least thing that Steven.
You sounded like a robot, man.
I said, no black coach in America don't get the least that Brad Stevens got. But
Uh-huh.
that's another subject for another thing. But I think it's gonna be a good NBA Finals. I'm ready to watch it, even though I think it's gonna go down to at least 7 games. Because I think Miami would have been washed quick. No, they pushed at least 5 to the max. Yeah. But
Listen, I'm choosing Boston. I'm choosing Boston, but
because
uh I it
Golden
doesn't
State
matter.
really
You said what?
because Golden State ain't go. I mean, Looney he okay, but I
Nah,
think
Looney gonna show up, but he's gonna have a handful because especially when you talk about Robert Williams, especially when you talk about Al Horford, the guy that everybody said that should be in a nursing home, and especially when you talk about Tice, especially when you talk about different various guys that could that could actually drop down and play drop coverage.
I don't too much Tyson. I think he like no disrespect, but
You said what?
I think Tyson like a Sean Bradley type basketball player.
No, he's not. What are you talking about?
He just
He could actually
he just, he just get thrown in the mix.
see that tells me right there that you no. He is not no goddamn Sean Bradley. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude,
I
Tice can play defense. Tice is efficient. Tice can actually hit free throws. Tice will dunk on your ass. Tice will meet your ass at the rim. That's probably the only thing that Sean Bradley could probably do besides the 1,000 times that he got dunked on. What are you talking about, Sean Bradley?
I mean he okay, but he okay.
What are you talking about? Okay. The dude plays defense. When he comes in, man, he's shooting well above 60%.
I mean, but Polo, you got Grant Williams, you got Al Horford. He ain't got much
Right?
to
We're
do
talking
when he
about
come out
postman. We
there.
know Grant Williams is going to do what he do.
Yeah, but I mean, Tice ain't got much to do when he get out there, man. Al Horford, Robert Williams,
Again,
Grant
oh,
Williams,
he
all
need
them
to
to
be in
take
the
care of the
nursing
play.
home. He old.
Yeah, I
Huh?
mean, yeah, Al Horford can go on the Joakim Noah Express. After, after this year, he can go
Look, man, I know them
follow.
motherfuckers played in college together, but don't forget Al Horford's still playing, though, nigga.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we know both legs is out the league, man.
Yeah, hey, True Viking said, give Obama back his phone. Oh
Hey
my
man,
God,
this is
man.
hey man, this is Donald Trump special.
Nah, but
But I don't think I don't think the Celtics gonna win the series, but I think it'll be good.
you think it's
I
gonna be?
ain't
You
get
think it's gonna be? Look, you sleeping on the Celtics, and see that's what I like. I like the fact that y'all are sitting up in here. Y'all are saying that. Listen, you don't understand. Listen, I'm a Udoka is a way, 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 way better coach than Steve Kerr will ever dream to be.
duh.
Yeah. So what does it come
Man,
down
listen,
to?
man.
It
Steve,
comes down to. Hey, wait a
listen.
minute. Hold on. Because I'm on one today, and I'm feeling pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yes,
turned up on nothing.
Lord.
I ain't snorted no lines. I ain't smoked no weed. I ain't popped no pills. I ain't shot no heroin. I ain't did none of that shit, right? But check this out,
Let's
though,
go.
right? Check this out. Who said this? All right, and since you're such a basketball basketball, you know what I'm saying? You love
Yeah.
it. Who said this, Memphis? Who said a jerk? Who said that?
Who said what?
Ah, nigga. I said, who said that the playoffs is all about making adjustments? Which player said that?
I don't know.
Oh, look at you. I
I
thought you
don't,
was a Spurs fan, motherfucker. It was Tim Duncan.
I didn't pay
Yeah,
attention to what he said. I pay,
I don't want to hear.
I,
I don't want
hey
to hear
man,
that, man. What's up with it, Mike? I see you in the
I,
building. What's going down?
I didn't pay. I didn't pay attention to what he said. I paid attention to the moves he was putting niggas in the post. Okay,
Yeah,
and when them
that
chips
that
out there.
that's what Tim Duncan said. He was speaking to. Listen, he was being asked questions and everything, and Tim Duncan, the great Tim Duncan, said he
That's
said
right.
that's what playoffs is about. It's about making adjustments, and he's right. So who is an adjustment guy in this series? It has been Ima Udoka. Just when you think that this motherfucker's corner, when he's backed in the corner, guess what? He figures out something else and he adjusts to it. Everybody thought that Milwaukee Bucks had him was going to win. Guess what? Just when you thought, no, I'm coming back with something.
And I ain't gonna lie, he went with some
You thought
questionable
that, man,
lineups.
they would forget that. Don't forget that the Celtics were below 500. Don't forget that. They went
Right.
from below
He,
500. They went from below 500 to first.
I thought I ain't gonna lie. In some of them series, he went with some questionable lineups. I'm like, what is he doing? And it worked out. Like John Gruden, I mean not John Gruden.
John
Steve Kerr
Gruden.
and
What the
hold
hell?
on.
The hell you said? He said John Gruden. This nigga ready for football.
Hey, no, what I was about to say. Hold on, man. I was thinking of football. Hold on, I was thinking of
I don't even
football.
see that nigga watching
Man.
basketball no more. That nigga ready for the NFL season and shit.
No, I'm about to say,
Oh
man.
man.
What I'm about to say is Steve Kerr, I'm a NBA John. That's why I meant to say.
Hey, Stephen Green said he gonna take the Warriors. Man, that nigga done been wrong the whole damn time, nigga. That nigga said it was gonna be Dallas and Miami.
Who
That
said
nigga was
that?
all right. Then that nigga said Philly was gonna win. That nigga was
Who said
wrong about that. That nigga said have faith in Harden. That nigga was wrong.
Have faith in heart. That shit like have
Hey,
faith in
hey, yeah, hey,
tomorrow.
Memphis. That's a good person you should bet. Go ahead and bet Steven. Cause that you gonna end up taking that nigga money, man.
Yeah, Steven, I gotta take you all the way to the bank, player.
Hey, Steven Green, man. He be like, yeah, man, Dallas gonna go to the finals.
God bless you,
Oh
brother.
shit. Oh man. But seriously though, man. That well, the matchup really, that and I disagree with you on that one, Steven. The matchup that everybody needs to really be paid attention to, that everybody needs to pay attention to is there's a couple of them. It's not Al Horford and Looney because Al Horford, Looney is going to be having to deal with Robert Williams, Tice, and
Al
and
Horford.
Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, he can only do so much. You're going to have to look at the matchup with Tatum, and I think that it's going to be a combination of several different people that's going to be switching on Tatum, and then also Jaylen Brown. You got Jaylen Brown versus it could be either a combination of Andrew Wiggins. You know what I'm saying? Or Andrew Wiggins could actually he could play both players, or Draymond Green could switch off on both of those guys. So it's going to be interchangeable. And of course, you still got Klay that you got to deal with when we talk about on the Boston end facing Golden State. And then Marcus Smart, he's doing what he can. He's still kind of hobbled a little bit. He ain't 100%. Deal with Curry, of course.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be. I think that's gonna be Marcus Smart primary matchup in this. It has to be because if you don't, Steph gonna go for like 60.
Right.
And that just, I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. But I
No,
don't
you're
think the
entitled to
Celtics.
it.
I don't think the Celtics gonna win no championship. Not just yet, True Vice. And I know you got your Celtic pom pom, killer cases, and
Right.
everything over
Well,
there. Hold tight.
just say go ahead and keep on counting them out because obviously it hasn't worked in your
Yeah.
early. Listen, don't forget. Do you not forget that these two split the season series 1-1? You do remember
So
that, right? It
what
wasn't like Golden
series?
State blew them out or the Celtics blew them out. No, they were 1-1, tied up. Now Curry did get injured. You know what I'm saying, that one game, but you know what I'm saying. It was a very close competitive game, even more so than the Suns and the Warriors game.
Mhm. I think it's gonna be a good series though. And Jaylen Brown gonna have a ball in at least two of these games out of the seven. He gonna put up some big numbers in these two out of the seven of the game that I'm predicting it going. I haven't thought about where I'm gonna put my money at yet though.
If you smart, you'll put your money on the Boston Celtics, G.
I might. I might.
Yeah, if you're smart, but I know everybody's looking at 3-pointer. Look, like I said, I'm not gonna be mad if either one of them win. I'm gonna be happy. Listen, I'm gonna be happy for Steph Curry if he finally gets not the goddamn Magic Johnson uh inaugural MVP. I'm talking about the goddamn Bill Russell award, nigga. The actual Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be happy for Clay. I'll be
See,
happy
the
for Clay. Huh?
NBA is just going too many tweaks in. I mean, y'all just got to find a way to give Steph Curry some kind of MVP award. We get it.
Look at her. Look. I knew you was gonna
No,
do it.
we see right through it. We know they got to try to find a way to give him an MVP. Some,
Yeah,
because
Memphis
Klay
like,
gonna find a way.
just give him something. Nah.
Man, look, we know Klay gonna possibly outplay him. Andrew Wiggins possibly gonna outplay him in the final.
Yeah.
Because he don't play defense.
Who
So
don't?
Steph.
Yes, he does. Man, listen, Steph has improved dramatically on the defense. See, that's how I know. That's how I know some of y'all haven't really. Y'all been so focused on Steph Curry and his offense. Steph Curry has made strides. Now, I'm not saying he's a lockdown on ball great defender, but he's improved from 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 what he's been in the past. And it wasn't like he was absolutely horrible, but where he kind of struggled was in the pick and roll. But he's improved. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
Klay Thompson and no shit like that, but he's improved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you right, Polo Air. I can't knock you when you right, bro.
I
You
mean, don't
got
forget, man, Steph Curry did lead the league in steals. And I know that, some people go, that doesn't mean he plays good defense. Well, shit. I mean, the motherfucker got steals. The motherfucker got something. The motherfucker is making an effort, nigga. Goddamn, nigga. Shit, I know the nigga light skin. I know that nigga light bright and everything, but goddamn, man, like, can we stop hating on the nigga? Goddamn, nigga, y'all niggas hate these niggas that light bright. Y'all niggas don't like the nigga Jayson Tatum, and y'all don't like that nigga Steph Curry because they light bright and shit.
man, y'all about to make me sound like Nino Brown. Oh, pretty motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Pretty
Hell yeah. He
motherfucker.
like, I never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker. Hell yeah. Man, hey, ain't that nigga Chris Williams? Don't
Right.
hate
The
me,
one that got caught with
don't
pussy.
hate me.
Yeah, that's the one they said got caught with puffy.
Yeah. That's that nigga. At first, I thought that nigga was Albie Shore at first. Nigga. Remember that nigga Albie
Hey, that,
Shore?
I never liked the way you pretty motherfucker.
Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about the Albie Shore, man.
Yeah, man. I really, I really, I don't think Jimmy Butler should have took. I think he should have drove to the basket.
I mean, cause to be honest with you, Memphis, I I want Jason, I want Jaylen Brown to to be successful too, man. I like Jaylen Brown. The only knock that I have on Jaylen Brown is, like I said, man, his ability to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? He
Right,
got
right,
to,
right.
yeah, he got to stay healthy. But when you talk about, listen, Jaylen Brown does not get enough appreciation. The dude can run in transition. The dude plays defense, dude. The dude can shoot. The dude, the
And
dude
playoff scope.
is yeah, he comes up in key moments of a game. The dude can the dude can move without the ball. He can handle the rock.
Brown played.
So that
Jalen.
what I mean, and he's been to the Eastern Conference Finals along with Jayson Tatum, and now he's going to the finals the same amount of times. Only difference is what he's been injured. He's been injured quite a bit, way more than what's it called has, because he got injured this season too.
Right.
So
He been playing so good that people overlook when Jason Tatum ain't playing good because Jalen Brown makes up for that.
right, that's why everybody, like anybody that tries to come with an argument, oh yeah, well he's been inconsistent. No, he hasn't. That's just like I had to tell people, like, no, he has not been inconsistent, man. He don't shoot. He's not a shot jacker. He actually now can he be lost in the shuffle sometimes? Yeah, he can. You said I'm about to go watch New Jack City. Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah. Hope you ain't there one
I wanna
Valentino was
set you
talking
up.
about.
That nigga Memphis like Nino Brown and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is you? Yeah, man, you probably G Money and shit.
Crack and whack. I be Nino.
CMB.
CLP.
CMB.
Help my brother keep it. CLP.
I now
CLP.
what do you say? I now pronounce you man and wife. Oh man.
He started
Oh,
smoking his own
I know you
shit.
see Ashford and Simpson and shit. Like,
Yeah, when
my
they were
beautiful,
performing, they were,
my beautiful daughter, my precious granddaughter. I'm like, man, we know Ashford was a fucking freak, dude. You and Rick James.
Rick, yeah, Rick James, Bobby Womack, oh man, come on. Rick James, Bobby Womack, Teddy P.
Man, Clarence Carter and shit.
I be stroking.
All them motherfuckers was free. Earth, Wind, and Fire and shit. I could have sworn, man, in autumn porn films, man, that's all you heard was back in them old ass porn films. That's all you heard was Earth, Wind, and Fire
Yeah,
playing fantasy and shit.
my motherfucking toe up, man. Fine shit.
Man, hey, let me get your breakdown. Now I know you watched the verses with UGK and of course Memphis's finest MJG and 8 Ball, man. What'd you think of that, man?
I don't think they got enough respect, bro. They should have when Atlanta wants the place for that. They should have did at least H-Town or Memphis where they were gonna get some well the crowd were gonna be into it, bro. They didn't promote it, they didn't put much behind it, they didn't and the fans were just like there, man. Like they didn't they should have came to the H Town or they should have went to Memphis.
Right. Yeah, because I was very disappointed in the marketing side of it. You know what I'm saying? And they was, they was all saying that if Pimp C was here, he definitely would have got on their helmet about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was foul. There was no way that, and I'm just being real, man. Like I know Bone was the shit, and I know 3 6 was the shit, but dog, when you go anywhere in the South, even if you go anywhere in the world, everybody and their mama know who Bun B and Pimp C is, and everybody know who MJG and 8 Ball is.
Right. But see,
And
but see, that's why it's not good to promote. Man, these people will promote their stuff. Like they'll go promote their stuff everywhere across the world, man. Except for where they started it. That's the reason why A Ball MJG wasn't really well liked here in Memphis, regardless of what people that they wasn't people wanted rocking with them, especially people on the north side of the city like where I'm from. We really weren't rocking with them niggas like that 'cause they didn't really come promote their music, really, do nothing. Really.
oh man, here you go, man. Come on, Memphis,
I'm just
dude.
keeping, I'm just keeping it real,
Damn, man.
even though
That's why you can't. That's why you can't live somewhere after you famous because niggas like Memphis, nigga. Yeah, man, them niggas didn't like them niggas. Nah, we never liked them niggas.
man, now, cause well, I'm gonna keep it real, Polo. Like the north side of the city and the south side of the city, they never really liked each other. Never really just got along like that. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But 3 6, they were putting their music out. You know what I'm saying? To kind of bridge the gap a little bit. Because a lot of them from the south and the fruit cats from the north, like Juice and Pat. You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody really wanted cause like I'm gonna keep it real. Like back
Hmm.
then, 8 Ball and MJG, they couldn't get their music out here because of some fact 36 36 them didn't like them because 8 Ball and MJG was dealing with DJ Squeaky and all that man and Paul and them wasn't really rocking with DJ Squeaky. They really had a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they never really did no music in the earlier years.
until
Mm.
later on when they were, and got older, and I guess they hashed it out or whatever. Then that when we got to stay fly all that. If you notice, they didn't. A Ball, MJG, and 360 never had no music in the earlier years in the '90s because they never really rock with each other. Because Paul and them, like I said, didn't like DJ. They wasn't getting along with Squeaky and them. Now all them from the South, Paul and all them, Lord, them all them from the South. And like I said, Pat, Jules, and Crunchy and them, they from the North. Even though Crunchy kind of had family in the South, but he was from the North. Like Cooper, he was from the North. Lord, them was all them from the South. Like they never really rock with each other, but they just tried to bridge the gap because that's what the city wanted. You know what I'm saying? Try to get them on the song, and it worked out. But I mean, I
Well,
met with them. I listen to their music or whatever. But like, far as like they don't really just people in the city really don't just like if you our age or something that listen to their music like me and you, Polo, or different ones that followed their music when they was in Texas or places like that. It's different, but this new young
yeah,
generation they
I
don't
know
know nothing
True.
about.
True. I know True Viking rock with him too, cause she from South South Carolina. I know Stephen Green rock with him too. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I know the brother True the King rock with him because he's a hip hop head too. I'm trying to think of guys that might have listened to it. But see, this is the thing though. Down here, because they was always down here in Texas, Memphis. Let me tell you what one of the main reasons why they was always in Texas though. It was for two reasons. Well, three reasons. Of course, the concerts. Of course, the candy, and I'm talking about for the cars
Right,
because we were notorious for the putting candy. Niggas would drive from all over the country. They don't tell you that they come over here for the candy. You got niggas driving from New York. They come from everywhere. They come from Cali for the candy. Well, MJG and A Bar they would always come down here and the strip clubs.
but yeah, and not to mention they couldn't get their music out here, so they had to go somewhere. Hey man, hey man, salute to Tony
But
Draper and all them cats over there,
but
man.
but he but did you hear when 8 Ball had addressed Gilly the Kid though?
Nah, I missed that part.
Yeah, he was trying to address Gilly the Kid, and he basically told Gilly the Kid to get his story straight about uh, about Jay, because they were basically making it seem as if him 8 Ball and MJG had ran from Jay Prince. But he said straight out, he said, "Look, I want to address something right now." He said, "Gilly the Kid." He said, "I never ran from Jay from Jay Prince, from Little Jay. That's what they call him." And he said, "I got one gun charge," and he said that was in H Town. So yeah, I mean, he addressed that. What's up with him, Matt? He addressed that real quick. I mean, I'm glad that he addressed that and stuff because you don't want to fabricate nobody's name.
Right. But they never did have no business dealing with Lil J up until they, what I'm saying, they might do something with a UGK or something, but they were mainly up there swat out with Tony Draper.
Right,
Up until they went to Bad Boy, what I'm saying? Puffy gave them their own Bad Boy South imprint up there in Bad Boy. And then Puffy wanted them to pray with him, and they decided, oh hell no, we out of here. Mm.
cause a lot of them songs, like the songs that we grew up on Memphis, like Pocket Full of Stones or
Mhm.
Murderer and all that. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about that, or Pimp Hard and
Mhm.
Let Me See It, or Take It Off and shit like that. Man,
Yeah,
niggas
just the
don't know
big.
that. Now that's when they were really on top of their shit. And listen, like you gotta appreciate. Look, you might not appreciate their music, right? You might not appreciate MJG and 8 Ball and UGK music, but the one thing that you have to appreciate them guys because they consider godfathers is because of their grind. You gotta think about it. They were doing the shit that Master P and Too Short were doing. They were selling units out of their trunk, man.
Yeah, right. That was the underground era. 3-6 did it. 8 Ball MJD did it. UGK been doing it even after they went over to rap a lot, and they were still doing it because they was in the street hustling.
Right.
You know, they
And then
see what a lot of them people fail to realize, man, is y'all see Moneybag and all them folks getting all these major deals, but it's people like 8 Ball, MJG, Pimp C, Bum, people that made sacrifice in the street for the industry, for open up the industry door for Moneybag and Yo got and all. They got to get all these big major deals. How they kid?
right, that's right.
If it
Because
want for if it want for people like that sacrificing the hustle, these folks won't be able to get these brand deals and shit because they wasn't getting them.
yeah, because they, that's why, like, a lot of people, like, like Guwap or Gucci Man, and um, guys like Master P. God rest his soul, man. God rest his daughter's soul, man. By the way,
Yeah,
yeah, his daughter passed away and shit.
yeah, yeah, man. No. People get caught up in the hype of this industry, man, and that cause man, one bad move crash it all down, man.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
I'm tripping, man, because they were talking about, like, I knew I knew of Tatiana. You know what I'm saying? Now she had kind of came she came kind of clean about her dealing with drugs. You know what I'm saying, and her struggles with it and stuff like that, man. Now I'm gonna tell people this, man. We had a guy. Actually, we had a friend, and I also had a cousin that passed away from drug overdose. So, like, this is what I gotta tell y'all, man. Like, man, talk to somebody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, if you gonna get out there and smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, you do whatever drug of choice that you do. Hey, man, look, I mean, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference between recreational and depressional use. You know, you know what I mean? Like, if
You.
if you're doing it for recreation, you know what I'm saying? Look, you turn up and all that other stuff, but also you gotta know that too much of anything will have you out of there. You know, like me, I wasn't gonna pop none of that shit. Nigga, look, I wasn't gonna pop nothing that was that was made by a motherfucker in a white coat. Cause I ain't trying to have nothing in my ass blowing up. Whether it's my heart, my kidney,
You're
nothing.
right.
I don't want nothing failing. Shit. Nigga, I'm trying to live, nigga. Like I wanna at least be able to live, nigga.
Man, right. You right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Like, just talk to somebody, man. If you depressed, you know what I'm saying, or you going through something, man, talk to somebody because a lot of people they don't know where else to turn to and shit. And I ain't trying to turn this shit into no polo motivation and no shit like that. But I had to talk about this shit because I haven't been able to converse with y'all for a minute, man. I've been having a lot of shit. Like, a dude that I trained, he getting ready to go to a university or whatever on a track scholarship. So, I had to attend his graduation party and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to him, man. But and been busy with graduations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man. But
man.
when you can get that type of when she got access to money to be able to do that, and they just went out of control, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Cause her daddy got money, and yeah, man, you got access to money. Whoever her plug was, I know he was loving seeing her coming. But
Yeah.
you
And I
know,
mean, but the fact is that they gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was so young. She wasn't nothing but 29 years old, man. I mean, she's still young, man. Ain't even reached 30 yet, man. And you hate to hear people going out like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, their mama, Sonya, was bad on dope. That's why P and her ain't together. She was
yeah,
spinning up
yeah,
everything, getting high, and P
yeah,
kicked her to the curb.
yeah. But I mean, we can't just sit there and automatically assume that just because the mama did it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people change, so you know what I'm saying. If it's like
Yeah.
I know, listen, I know plenty. I know plenty of dope. I know a couple of dope. I know a dope addict. Like this dude was really, really hard on drugs. Now he didn't look like a crackhead, like Memphis. Like you growing up in the hood, you'll meet some people. Wow, she's on crack or whatever, but they still well
They
kept
keep
together and shit like that, right?
right.
Like it was the guy, man. Like he really felt bad on drugs, like to the point where nigga Memphis, I had graduated from high school and he was asking us for money. But come some years later, you know what I'm saying? What he ended up doing, man, he ended up actually having like two different businesses, after he cleaned up and shit like that. Yeah. So and then you got people that once used to be in that life. You know what I'm saying? We knew a stripper. You know what I'm saying? And people used to always call her this and call her that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She ended up having her own car lot. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man. You never know, man, what people can.
So I don't sit there and I don't look down on anybody that's going through it. If anything, I try to do what I can to try to spit a little
Things turn
knowledge,
around for people.
try to help some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because
And
people remember when you talk down on them or when you talk shit about them or you be like, oh man, yeah, you ain't this or you ain't that. You know what I'm saying? People remember that type of shit.
mm, and
Cause they,
then then when,
cause
then when they bounce back, they come shine in your face. Now you look stupid because you done said all this about them. Now they make you get the word and say they living better than you, got way more money than you, and you still got the same problem that you were criticizing them about. You still got it, then they blew up past you. Now you gotta eat everything said about them. And they make it their business to come shine in your face.
right, yeah, man. So and it's just like a lot of guys that went shoot. I know a guy, man. He was in prison, came out. He ended up being a bodybuilder. He was a bodybuilder plus a personal trainer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And helping people out or whatever. And this dude was not to be fucked with. Of course, you're not gonna fuck with him because I mean the nigga was NFL ready, but that nigga did some shit that he shouldn't have did. But that nigga got out. But when I mean that nigga got out, he ended up becoming resilient or whatever. But like people didn't want to give him a job because the nigga was scared. I mean, you got Memphis. You got a nigga walking in looking like the built version of Project Pat, 6'7", like cut up and ripped up like Terry Crews and shit, with a fucking
Everybody influence that nigga
with a
that don't
bald
fuck with that
head and
nigga.
shit,
Don't
like
fuck.
just straight black and shit. They're like, no, I don't want to get him. Man, he was working at Little C's. That nigga started working at Little Z's, but was you gonna sit there and laugh at him? Hell nah, cause motherfuckers they wasn't gonna fuck with him. But guess what? That nigga was like, he said, fuck all this shit, and that's the only job he could get. And guess what? He ended up bouncing back, becoming a trainer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he went in. Him and this other dude that used to play in the NFL. They
Yo,
opened up a gym. They opened up a gym together. Hey, what's up with it for the love of the sport? I see you in the building. Haven't seen you in a minute, bruh. Man, make sure y'all go subscribe to the brother for the love of the sport. But yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chop out y'all, man. I appreciate the brother Memphis coming up. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Cypress TV. Memphis be talking about everything. I need to talk
Yeah.
about you. I need to talk about that shit about Suge Knight, man. Have you seen that new Suge Knight documentary, man?
No, I'm gonna go look at where is that? Is it on HBO Max?
It's on Stars, man. I was checking it. I don't know if it's new, but I was looking at that shit, man. It was like so many people, man. Like it seemed like when Suge went away, people were really telling the hardcore truth about that nigga, man.
Yeah, I need to go look. It's on Stars. I can't. I ain't got Stars. I had to find it. I had to find it. I have to find it. Oh,
Stephen Green and True Viking talk about betting. Steven, you said you thought you were the best in betting in sport. Shit, nigga, you dog, your ass as much money as your ass been coming up short with, man.
True Viking. True Viking. True Viking.
Man, True
He
Viking been
win.
taking everybody money.
Hey, True Viking. True Viking. If Stephen Green want to bet you,
Hey, I
bet him. It's
think
easy
Jean,
money.
look, Jean owe her money. Shout out to Jean, but you still owe True Viking money. And Mike, I think you. Well, no, I don't think Mike. I think Mike and her had a bet or whatever. True Viking ain't gonna play with that, man. She gonna put it down. Look,
Hey,
put a
hey,
G on it. Put a
hey,
G on it, Steven.
hey, hey, True Viking. If Stephen Green bet you, take it. It's easy money. Easy money. Take the bet. I don't want nothing but some Krispy Kreme donuts out there, but you take the
Hey,
money,
Stephen
honey.
Green. Hey, Stephen Green, you better pay up, dude. You better pay up, man. Don't be ducking and dodging, man. And look, but watch. If somebody wins, Stephen Green gonna be the first one. Man, see, I told you. I told you. I told you. That nigga always come back. I told you. I'm like, nigga, okay. Hey, you won, nigga. Shit, I'm glad I ain't bet your ass. Shit. Nah, man. Let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe. I appreciate y'all pulling up Polo Sports Talking Entertainment,
Catch
man.
you on the next
And
one, player.
yeah, y'all have a good one, man. We'll get at y'all later.